Our next award always makes everyone at the Alliance very happy. This is the Friend of Off-Broadway award that we give every year. We present this award to people who fill our hearts with admiration and gratitude because they're truly friends of Off-Broadway. These are the people who we come to know that we can count on, because Off-Broadway isn't easy, you know? That's one of our themes tonight, isn't it? And finding vendors and business partners who will support Off-Broadway, who will deal with the realities that we have to deal with and make accommodations so that producing Off-Broadway can be done, are wonderful. And they're part of what makes Off-Broadway, the Off-Broadway community, able to keep going. And today we're honoring Cricket Hooper-Jiranek of CTM Media Group, which does a really amazing thing. It gets the word out so we can have butts in the seats. Now, of course, Off-Broadway has a wide range of attitudes towards this. We can also have, performances in a room, in a tiny room, in a half bath even. But sometimes if you're in a bigger space, you want to get the word out and you need to sell some tickets. And in 1984, Cricket Hooper joined her husband David Jiranek and another partner to form what they called Creative Theater Marketing. How about that? They noticed that the theater community was missing a chance to get the word out about shows where the audience was, in hotels and at other New York attractions, and they got into the brochure distribution industry, and they created a business that now has 15 offices all over America working with entertainment, attraction, and sightseeing clients. So you would think they would just forget about Off-Broadway, right? They got bigger fish to fry, but no. Cricket has never forgotten Off-Broadway. She continually works with theaters and producers to create marketing programs specifically tailored for our community. She's always available, always helping to find new ways for shows to get the word out for a price that's within our budgets. And she knows what Off-Broadway producers need because she's produced Off-Broadway shows herself, including Fran's Bed with Mia Farrow, the Cynthia Weil and Barry Mann review. They wrote that. And Martin, I was coached on how to pronounce that title. They wrote that, and Martin Moran's The Tricky Part. Cricket, what you've done for Off-Broadway is amazing. We really appreciate. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a true friend of Off-Broadway, Cricket Hooper-Jiranek.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Do I put this down on the floor? I know this was the award you've all been waiting for. With great anticipation. I'll make it brief. I did write a few notes. Thank you for describing Creative Theater Marketing, which is now CTM Media Group. We have grown, but not without a struggle. We were sort of like an off-Broadway show, going out of business every 3 to 4 months. So I know what it's like. Fortitude and perseverance were something that served us well. Once we got on our feet, we actually jumped into the world of producing. And that was a whole new experience. My husband was actually from the theater, so that was his passion and his love, something he actually introduced me to. And once we got into the producing end of it, we realized this is a whole other ball game, and how people wear their hearts in their sleeves producing these shows. And not to say we didn't have, I don't think we had much luck off-Broadway. Actually, all those 3 shows, I don't know if they were called financial successes. I think they were critical successes. While we were producing the off-Broadway shows, as well as some Broadway productions, I was in the interesting situation of being with my marketing company and having, back in the day where there was no email, all these very emotional phone calls from various GMs, producers, press agents, such as Albert Poland, Jay Kingwell, Leonard Mulhern, Sam Carruthers, some of the old gang, saying, "What can we do?" And I'm like, "I'm working on it. I'm doing the best I can." And I'd go to bed every night with Off-Broadway on my shoulders, with the angst going, "Oh my God, I'm responsible for the success of these shows." And so it began. We really started using CTM's resources as well as our own to pitch in, and we did it happily, knowing how integral Off-Broadway really is to New York. So thank you to the Off-Broadway Alliance. This really is an honor and completely unexpected. It's been an awesome 30 years, and I look forward to many more. So thank you very much, and have a nice afternoon.